The streets to voice their opposition to the visit of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. What began as a peaceful demonstration quickly escalated, with clashes between demonstrators and law enforcement, the burning of flags, and the pounding of fences surrounding the hotel where the Israeli leader was staying. In this video, we'll uncover all we could gather for you during this process. But before we begin, if you've not already, subscribe to our channel and ring the bell for upcoming updates. Now pay close attention.
Palestine will be free! From the sea to the river!
The protests began in the afternoon, as crowds gathered in the shadow of the US Capitol building to denounce Israel's treatment of Palestinians and the policies of Netanyahu's right-wing government. Chanting slowly took a darker turn. Video footage from the scene showed some protesters setting fire to both Israeli and American flags, while others began banging on the steel fences that had been erected around the Willard Intercontinental Hotel where Netanyahu was staying. Scuffles broke out between the demonstrators and the large contingent of police officers who had been deployed to monitor the event, with law enforcement using pepper spray to disperse the crowd. Despite the chaos, the protest remained largely peaceful, with the majority of participants engaged in chants and waving placards rather than resorting to violence. Nevertheless, the clashes were a dramatic and highly publicized expression of the deep divisions and strong feelings surrounding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Netanyahu's visit to Washington was already controversial, with human rights groups and anti-war activists accusing the Israeli leader of presiding over policies that have oppressed the Palestinian people. The protesters in the nation's capital were seeking to draw attention to what they see as the injustices faced by Palestinians under Israeli occupation and to pressure the US government to take a more critical stance towards its close ally. The events in Washington underscore the complex and often volatile nature of the ongoing struggle over the future of the Middle East. As the world watches, the debate over Israel's policies and the path to peace is likely to remain a contentious and highly charged issue, with no easy solutions in sight. Ultimately, the protests in the nation's capital reflect the deep divisions that exist within American society when it comes to issues of foreign policy and geopolitics. In the aftermath of the protests, there are sure to be heated debates and intense scrutiny of the actions of both the demonstrators and the law enforcement officials who sought to control the situation. Some will argue that the protesters went too far in their vandalism, an attack on its leadership, and a display of anti-Semitism. The Biden administration will face pressure to either distance itself further from Netanyahu or to reaffirm its steadfast support for the US-Israel alliance. What are your thoughts on this recent scene? Let us know your views in the comments below. Also, do not forget to show us your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more updates. Take care and stay out of trouble.